Good afternoon, everyone. So in this conference, we are going to discuss about the milestone one. And to start this conference, I would like to introduce you first myself. Again, I am Arlene Tovera, the CEO of the Motivators team. And to start, I would like to call Mr. Digia.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be discussing about the milestone one of this project venture entitled Presenter Problem Worth Solving. So let me introduce first our team, which includes Miss Arlene Del Tovera, our CEO, Mr. John Edward Digui, our CFO, and Mr. Nariel Jan Villamor, our HR Director. So let us start with the problem statement. So the problem that we identified as worth solving is that there is an improper management of disposable mass. We found that approximately 100% of the customers that we interviewed are facing this problem. Currently, they are managing this problem by throwing the used mask to the available trash bin together with other waste product. So how did we validated our problem? So aside from the first batch that we've interviewed, we decided to interview another batch to gather data and to validate our problem. 80% of these respondents belongs to the professional industry, 10% belongs to the manufacturing industry, and the remaining 10% belongs to the fast food industry. So again, how did we validated this problem? So we've asked 4 questions to these respondents, and these questions includes number 1, is wearing a face mask required in your workplace? Number 2, what kind of face mask do you wear? Is it disposable mask or the reusable mask? Number 3, if disposable mask, how many times do you change your mask per day? And lastly, after using the disposable mask, where do you dispose it? So in number 1, 100% of our respondents stated that they are required to wear face masks inside their workplace. Number 2, also 100% of our respondents stated that they are using disposable masks. Number 3, 90% of our respondents use 2 to 3 masks per day, and the remaining 10% use 1 mask per day. And lastly, 100% of our respondents used to throw their disposable mask in a trash bin, which is an improper way of disposing your face mask. Why is that so? Because according to the World Health Organization, disposable masks should be discarded in the correct rubbish bin immediately after using and not reusing them. Uh, we can see that the word correct is emphasized in this statement because according to the World Health Organization, there is a correct bin for us to throw this disposable mask. So what is the correct bin? According to them, the disposable mask should not be thrown together with the packaging, cans, bottles, or in a recycling bin, organic waste, and a general household rubbish. So to make it short, the World Health Organization implies that there should be a separate trash bin for the disposable mask. And for the solution, let us call our CEO, Ms. Arlene.
And for the solution, we propose to create a product that will serve as a separate trash bin for the used disposable mask that will lessen the risk of the spread of the virus through this because number 1, it will decontaminate the single-use mask through UV lights. Number 2, the possible contaminated mask will be separated to other waste products. Number 3, it will be portable or handy to be able to use once it is needed. Currently, the customer addresses this problem by throwing their used mask in an available trash bin, which it is an improper way because according to World Health Organization, it should not be thrown together with the other waste. And our solution will benefit the customer in the following way. Since the proper waste management of disposable masks is not being exercised Our product will be beneficial to our customers through number one, handy. The customers will have a personal storage for their personal use disposable mask. Number two, the risk of being infected through the other ways. Number three, the risk of contaminating others through personal use masks. And number four, decontaminating your personal use mask that helps them to remind, and it will be easier for them to dispose those use dispose those use masks and to be able to avoid contamination or infection.
So this is for the back of the envelope calculation of this project venture. So for the startup expenses, which includes the equipment, we have 300,000 estimated value. For the internet, 2,499 estimated value. For the legal and regulatory obligations, we've researched that PTI permit costs 500 pesos, barangay permit costs 500 pesos, mayor's permit costs 100 235 pesos, sanitary permit costs 100 pesos, fire safety inspection fee costs 649 pesos, and the notary for business permit is 300 pesos, for the total legal expenses of 2,284 pesos. Our monthly expenses includes the rent of the place, electricity, salaries, raw materials, and supplies. And for us to determine the approximate cost per month, we just added all the monthly expenses together with the depreciation of the equipment, taking into taking into consideration that the estimated useful life of the equipment is 25 years. For the price per unit, we depended it to the cost of the of the product plus the 30% markup, which lead us to have 500 pesos per unit. And for the expected revenue per day, we have 5,000, and for month 150,000, leading us to have a profit per month of 34,571 pesos. And to conclude, this project venture is feasible.
And now I will discuss the target customer. Generally, is all customer, but we will focus into working class, especially to white collar, which is enclosed space and more prone of virus because of the high stress and that they experience. Next, next, yeah. And now I will summarize the done activities in design thinking process that and our next venture. First, emphasize. In this design thinking process, we conduct interview from business owners about some problems that they experience in their businesses. Second, define. After the sharing of all problems, we decide to focus into one problem, which is the improper management of disposable mask. Third, ideate. We give a solution about the problem by inventing a product that can disinfect and also a trash bin to lessen the risk of spreading of virus. And lastly, our next step or our next venture of the whole team is on prototype. We will make a model to test our process. That's all. Thank you.
So that's the end of the conference. Again, thank you for attending.